Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Rich Buddy Live Show and Talking Watches. I'm your host, Rich Buddy. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year's, everybody. Good to see you. I'm going to take my cam off for a moment. And I'm going to welcome everybody right away from the beginning. Everybody in the chat room, let's start off right away. Thank you, everybody, for joining me from YouTube and everybody from Periscope. You're all very welcome. And everybody in the chat room who likes to chat in the box and everybody who doesn't as well. Dan, Longshoreman, Logan, Mexican Clive, Pudge, Jimmy, Hisham. Hi, Hisham. Dan. Hi, Dan. William, Logan, Carlos, Gishlan, Rajiv, Amster Dude. Hey, everybody. Welcome to all the new people. I see a lot of new heads in Periscope and in YouTube. Let me see. Let me bring in some of the guests. We've got Clyde, we've got Thomas, and we got Blueshirt. That's everybody that just started off joining us. We'll see if we get anybody else or not.
Hey.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year,
Rich. Happy New Blueshirt. Happy New Year, Clive.
Hey, happy 2020.
Yeah.
2020, can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Isn't that wild?
Where's our damn flying cars?
Yeah.
Right.
Back to the Future.
Oh, something along those lines.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, in that case, my first wish is not for flying cars, if you know what I mean. Of course, if they had those, then we wouldn't be having the time nor the energy to appear on YouTube.
Hey, I'm going to jump out of the stream and back. I lost my mic. My audio. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey guys, Happy New Year.
YouTube Blueshirt. Now,
Yeah, YouTube Blueshirt.
Now, someone sent me a new avatar, or a new icon, or a new picture, and to me, isn't the resemblance uncanny?
I've seen that, Clive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very, very good one. I still like the Ooey one the best.
Thank you.
Well, it's half Ooey, it's half Shrek.
Yeah.
What are you guys wearing today? What do you guys got on today?
Yeah, you guys.
What are we wearing today?
You guys are all cutting in and out, so I'm gonna hop out.
I got my Kermit on.
President. Got the president. What do you guys got on?
I got the Kermit on today.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you never talk about your Kermit, Thomas. Matter of fact, I kind of forgot you had it. What a beautiful watch.
Yeah, brought it out just for a special occasion. So
Nice,
New Year's
nice.
Day, so
And
thought
there's
I'd give it some wrist time.
and there's Clyde's beautiful AP. Man, that's coming in beautiful and focused there, buddy. Nice.
Unfortunately, when I move the watch away, it focuses on the face, which is not doing me any favors.
Mm.
So I'm going to go back to
see.
the avatar.
I see.
I understand.
What about you guys in the chat room? What are you guys wearing today? Can you guys let us know what you guys are wearing? We'd like to know.
Yeah, what are you all wearing?
Yeah, William says green watches will bring good luck in 2020. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Logan. Yankee Doodle says, Clyde, thank you for enlightening us to the fact that the new decade doesn't begin until 2021. Is that true?
Well, yeah, because a decade is 10 years, right?
Correct.
So the first year was year 1, year 2, blah, 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 until year 10. And then you start over with 21, 22. But everyone does it, so it's just me being pedantic.
Are you sure it's not? We're not in that first year right now?
Do you start counting with 1 or 0?
Well, kind of with 0, because your birthday, you're 6 months, 7 months old, 8 months old. So there isn't that same. It's not the same.
They've
I'm
got
not
some
sure. I've
nice-
never thought about it. I'm just bringing it up. I just never even thought about it. But like, how
We've
old
got
are
some
how
nice
old are
watches
you?
in
Are
the
you
chat.
are you 48 or 47 if you count it that way too?
Well, like I said, when you're born, you're 0 years old.
Correct.
Yeah, we've got some nice watches in the chat here. We've got
Hisham's got his Rolex date just on. All right.
Deacon's got a JLC sector
See?
dial. That's a nice one.
See, Hisham, there's nothing wrong with 36 millimeter.
39mm Explorer with Jason. Omega Constellation. Sue
We got a full house here. Here's Blueshirt's back and Victor's in here.
Ray's
Hey
got a
guys,
root beer
sorry
on.
about that.
To be honest, I think we'll probably get more guests than we can hold in the chat room. So
Longshoreman got a Batman. That's nice.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, Victor.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Victor.
Mexican
Thank
Clive. I like Mexican Clive's avatar. Omega Mark II 1969 racing dial. Nice watch. Carlos has his beautiful day date on, he says.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Yeah, he's got a nice one. I think it's white gold, Carlos's.
Yeah.
Decon's got a JLC sector dial as usual. Nice. Jason, 39 millimeter Explorer. Hey, Blue Shirt. Blue Shirt's got his Polar Explorer on. Beautiful. He's showing us his Explorer. Sous Vide has the Omega Constellation on. Oh, man, you're breaking my heart with the Omega Constellation. Get out of here. I love that watch. Ray Pugh has the root beer. Oh, I love the root beer.
Now, does he have the new one, the two-tone? I mean, does he have the new one or the vintage one?
Ray Pugh, I'm going to guess he's got the new one, but he can tell us. Because I know Ray Pugh's a baller, and he's got a nice watch collection. Amsterdam Dude. Welcome, Amsterdam Dude. I haven't seen you before. You got the new Cartier Santos Blue Dial. Oh, man. That's the one that I tried. Isn't that the one I was trying that I tried at Cartier when I went last time that I showed in the pictures?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
my
a beauty.
God.
Yeah.
That watch
Should I pull that watch up real quick? Just to
Yeah,
show
why
it?
not?
Go on.
Because-
That's beautiful.
Just
No,
because this guy's got it, let's make him happy and show his watch up on the screen here. Hold on.
Now, Victor, what are you wearing?
At this current moment, I'm wearing the Panda. Still.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I sent it was funny. I sent Rich a picture. Like, Rich, you see what I was?
Yeah, that was too
That
funny.
was kind of funny. So I went to the New Year's party with like family because it's a big like Russian holiday. And then I sent a picture with like, you know, with the whole table and the whole party. And I sent it to Rich and Bud of me wearing, what was I wearing? Oh, I was wearing my
Daytona.
my gold Daytona. And then like an hour later, I sent them a picture of me wearing my Jumbo. And they're like, what, you changed? I was like, yeah, I had to bring two watches with me because I couldn't decide which one to wear. And then I had to do an outfit change halfway through the party because I missed my Jumbo.
Is this the watch that you picked up?
No, that's not. No, the
That's
Santos.
no,
Oh,
that's
that's
a
not the
tank.
Santos.
no.
Okay,
That's the tank,
okay.
yeah.
That's the tank. Okay. I don't know my Cartiers too well. Sorry.
Santos.
I'm sure it's just as beautiful, man. I love this watch. So
Oh.
beautiful.
The Santos is better. It's on the amazing bracelet.
Yeah. I love
Okay,
the
okay.
Santos.
Cartier. It's like Rolex for white chicks.
They said, can you shed some light on its fashion, brand image, and/or history? Well, I know that for Santos is a Brazilian
Pilot.
and Cartier decided to he commissioned the first wristwatch for Mr. Santos, and it was what was it? It was the original first pilot
Santos.
watch, first wristwatch, first everything.
I
That was
really, yeah,
super historic.
I don't know anything other than it was a jewelry company. That's all I know. Sorry.
That was
That might be something we might have to shed some light on one day.
yeah.
Isn't Santos? He was like an airship captain, I think, and he needed two hands to operate everything, he couldn't use a pocket watch. So Cartier designed a wristwatch for him.
Yes.
Well, and also, he had one of the first airplane crashes. I think literally his bottom half was on fire when they pulled him out of the plane. So he actually, in fact, invented the Brazilian.
Rose gold, Yankee Doodle, rose gold.
Yeah, we got a good group in the chat. I see all the regulars, Yankee Doodle, Ahmad, Turkey Vulture, Longshoreman.
Bill Rizzo has a different watch I've never heard of before. Anybody heard of this watch? A Zelos Swordfish Midnight Blue Dial.
I
Zilla
think that's more like what's on the wrist. I think it's a micro brand.
Yeah, they're
It
divers,
is.
aren't they? Yeah.
They are divers, yep.
Of course, Swordfish could be a pilot's watch because I think they actually had planes that were Swordfish, which doesn't make any sense when you think about it. Well, they're like naval planes, I think.
Hey, howdy from Texas. Dan Radke. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, everybody.
What'd you guys do? Anything exciting? I mean, I stayed home with the wife and 2 kids, and we stayed up till 1 or 2 a.m. and then went to bed.
I was bowling.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was. Bunch of other couples.
I went out clubbing, but I couldn't stand it. I'm not a kid anymore, so I couldn't stand it for long, so I came home early.
You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but about clubs, what really bugs me is the loud music.
Oh, man. If it's too loud, you're too old, Clyde. Come on. You're not supposed to admit that.
It's like, oh, Jesus. No,
You're not supposed to admit that.
Now, even when I was an undergrad, it was the same. I was in my 20s, let's just say.
Uh-huh.
But actually, I liked pubs because you could converse without screaming. And then because if you're in a pub and you're talking loudly, the music always cuts off at precisely the wrong time.
Exactly.
To where everyone across the bar can hear what you're saying, and you don't want them to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris Johnson says he's wearing the 126711 CHNR.
Oh, that's a root beer, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, root beer.
The new one, I
Very
think.
nice.
Yeah.
You know who likes that? Han Danes is in love with that watch.
Is
it
he?
full gold root beer? No. That's the two-tone, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. David from Just Horology just got a root beer.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Beautiful watch.
It is.
Logan Hall has a question. Why hasn't the 16613 caught up to Coke prices? They're both vintage GMTs.
I think people have some sort of a connection to Pepsi. Oh, the 16613. Oh, the Submariner.
That's a two-tone Submariner. So no, they're not.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's what Well, and the thing is, right now, actually, if you like yourself a good bluesy, those are some of the best things on the market right now.
The pre-ceramic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are beautiful watches.
So this is a pre-ceramic bluesy?
What? Yeah. Did you pick that up when he said 16613?
Right.
Yeah.
But the older ones are also a lot of the older ones are starting to purple up as well.
Yeah, I like them when they have that purple look.
Yeah. Now Hisham basically has reported that his son, little Daytona date just Habib, had to go to the hospital briefly for jaundice.
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
So sorry to hear that.
No, Hisham loves that because it makes him appear more golden. He might have to.
He'll be okay, Hisham. My first son had to as well, and it's not something to deal with lightly. I mean, it's your baby, and
right.
I mean, when he was in there, I was next to him in that light box every minute. I didn't leave, so it's he'll be okay. He'll be fine. It won't have any negative effects on him. It's totally okay. Just be there and put your little finger out there so he can grip your hand, things like that. Yeah. You know, you can't be there the whole time, but when you are there,
right,
put your hand out there for him. Let him know you're there.
All the best.
Yeah.
Best of luck, and Happy New Year, Hisham.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Well, my son had the same problem, but our health plan is kind of sketchy. So I basically just took him to McDonald's and stuck him in the French fry warmer.
Yeah, what a great New Year's gift, Hisham, having a little baby. That's nice.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Absolutely. Best gift you can get, that.
Marley says the modern bracelet and clasp on the ceramic bluesy is better, though, and a lot of fakes have a purple hint.
The new bracelets are, I mean, I agree that the new bracelets are so much better, but the old and the bluesy, that color, the blue dial and the blue bezel is so much better on the ceramic.
Oh, you're also forgetting, since the old ones were originally tritium, they can also darken up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't deny the new bracelets are superior.
Well, it makes you realize how much crap Rolex charging those prices and having those ridiculously thin, tinny bracelets and clasp on them.
Mm.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, even on my Kermit, I've got one of the tinny bracelets, and I just make do, you know.
And thank you, everybody. I'd like to point out, as you can see on my screen, I hit over 1,000 subscribers, as you can see on my screen.
Congratulations, Rich.
Congrats.
Hey, yeah.
Congrats.
1,001.
But,
Wow.
Rich, you're not doing this for the money, though, right?
I'm not. The channel's not being monetized, at least not for now. So we'll just keep it chill. But I just wanted to point it out.
How do you do the scrolling text along the bottom?
How do you do the troll? Okay, if you haven't logged out of Stream, if you have, sometimes people don't log out of StreamYard and log back in, like you leave it logged in permanently. Make sure you log back out and log back in, because there's new features that won't get activated unless you log out and log in.
Wait,
but if you look at your banner, and below your banner now it has a ticker option, you can click it and it turns it into a ticker. Now I'm sure that's on your version. It might only be on the pay version, but I think it's on all the versions. They don't restrict the free version for any reasons at all. So it's there. But there's a lot of new features, but you need to log out and log in to activate them whenever they introduce them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I just threw up a quick piece about, does anyone have any horological resolutions for 2020?
Oh, I'd like to buy a new watch, but money's tight.
Yeah, ditto for me.
Thank you,
Love to
Bill.
get a new watch, but money's tight.
I think, yeah, same here. Like to get more watch.
Like to get more watches?
Yeah, I think more watches. But again, you know, it's what can we afford? It depends on what's available and what we can afford.
I think for me, one bluesy, one Pepsi. The new Pepsi, if they get me that, that'll be the only one I want.
Oh, you're asking like specifically which watches?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Or generally. It could be general or it could be very specific. The resolution is kind of up to you.
Hey, James, how much was he selling it for, James?
Okay, the last 4 words.
So long, Hisham.
See you, Hisham.
Bye, Hisham.
Yeah, it is common, Hisham. Sure. Thanks. See you later, buddy.
William Rizzo. It's to buy a Rolex with my dad's inheritance. Damn, he's going AC3 on us. Unless your dad's already passed, in which case I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Unless he was a bastard. But mostly I presume that I'm sorry. Now, there's an interesting comment by Yankee Doodle. Unfortunately, I don't control my watch purchases. My watch purchases control me. It's just part of the illness.
Very true.
No,
Very
that's
true.
really true. It does flip
Yeah.
like that. I mean, that's how I ended up with 6 editions in 2019. Damn.
Yeah, it's a progressive illness.
Hmm. You know, the more Archie talks about an SL, Mercedes SL, the more I see them, the more I want one too. It is a nice looking car, isn't it?
It is.
It's a cool
sweet
car.
looking. It is. It sure is.
Yeah, but I've heard enough of Archie talking about SLs now.
I know, right?
He
Dan
does
wants a diver.
tend to go overboard.
Dan wants a diver, Sea Dweller, no Cyclops, 40 millimeter. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
His first Patek this year. That will be awesome.
A new Patek, Victor.
No. Hisham says he's going to buy his first Patek this year. Hopefully, Hisham, do you know?
Oh,
which one?
wow, yeah.
Oh,
Me?
I hope so too.
I think, with Patek, I think I'm only gonna get at this year. Probably
I think he's been leading with the 5196 though, Victor.
I think Victor wants 2 more pilot watches from Patek.
Hey, I love my Pilot.
Nice Zenith.
You guys can talk smack all you want. I love that watch. I don't care. I think it's the more you talk smack, the more I like it. But
What's great about the 5196 is you can get a premium top tier watch for a real budget price. I hate to say it, but it's true. And you can get in the game with that watch and not have to get another Patek.
Well, true, but isn't the 5196? Let's be honest. Isn't that basically the Oyster Perpetual of Patek?
Well, they don't make another watch like it to choose from, really.
5227 is kind of, that classic Calatrava. But Clive, I think it's a hard when you say like what you're trying to say is like, isn't it like an entry level Patek? But like, there's no like really entry when $23,000 is entry level. Come on, that's a lot.
It sure is.
Yeah, we've got
Sure is.
Clam Walker saying he wants to manifest a Rolex for his New Year's resolution.
All right.
That'd be nice. Get into Rolex.
Yeah.
You know which
This just-
Rolex, Clam?
You got an idea what you're after, Clam?
Well, did anyone keep track of the? Now, which one of you guys are in the UK?
I'm in the UK, Clark.
So, how bad would the Rolex price increase this year?
Yeah, they were pretty bad. A Submariner went from £6,250 to £7,150.
Wow.
Wow.
£900 on a Submariner.
That's
Wow.
over 10%. That's
Wow.
Yeah, that's over 10%.
13 or 15%. Wow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know
isn't
what?
it?
That's great because for all of us that mostly hold Rolex watches, it just raised our stock.
Well,
Absolutely.
they went up here
Yeah,
too.
true.
Rich. They went
They
up,
went from 75 to 7,900 on the no date.
and they went from 85.50 to 89.50 on the date.
So not only did the prices go up on the second market, and then people are worried about a Rolex bubble, Rolex this year made sure Rolex bubble sustains by what? By number one, they're not going to increase production. Number two, they raised the price base, and so that raises the floor to keep us all protected and bought into Rolex.
But in fairness,
Oh, I'm sure that's Rolex's primary freaking concern right there.
yeah, but no, but in fairness, they are trying. They haven't raised prices in a while, and they are trying to keep up with inflation. And they, it's been quite some time since they've
Sure.
raised prices. So
We've had price increases for the past 3 years in England, though.
you have,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we have
successively.
quite some time.
Yeah, past 3 years, and it was on average
Wow.
7% for the rest of the stock.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know that.
Wow.
They
Well-
try to keep it across the board, even globally.
No, well, they certainly haven't done it here because I've noticed just a quick look on this morning. They kept the OP39 at the same price, and the Explorer 2 is the same price.
Mhm.
0 price increases, but the GMTs.
Interesting.
Ooh, the Explorer 2 is the same price, which means that's interesting because a lot of us are predicting that they'll put a ceramic bezel on it this year, which means they probably won't.
No, they can just, it's a different, if they put a ceramic bezel, they'll call it a different reference number and raise the price then.
I suppose, yeah. Maybe that, if that's the case, then maybe it's a hint that that's what they're going to do.
Do you guys think that Rolex is trying to move
Tudor
themselves
had price increases
upper
as
market?
I don't think they're trying to become Patek like some people have suggested. I think like their position in the market, and they're in a very good position in the market.
Yeah, they're a completely different watch market too, aren't they?
Oh, let's be honest. Rolex doesn't want to be Patek. Patek wants to be Rolex.
I don't think Rolex wants to be Patek. I think everyone wants to be Rolex. Rolex.
Okay, Victor, I literally just said that word for word just now, right? Like 2 seconds.
I thought you said Rolex wants to be Patek and Patek wants to be Rolex.
No, I said no. Patek does. I mean, Rolex. No, Rolex doesn't want to be Patek. Patek wants to be Rolex.
Wants to be Rolex.
Okay, yeah.
Funny with the coincidences that
the marketing machine.
Rolex is. They're increasing their prices. The entry level Patek, at least on the used market, has gone down a little bit, and that coincides nicely with AC3 dumping all his Rolex and going all into tech. Coincidence or
You
no?
got sous vide saying that Omega is always the better buy.
I think if the average punter did what Archie did and went into those Pateks, you're going to come out losing money on the back end if you're going to plan on getting out of them.
Yeah.
He just definitely gets better deals than most of us because he's in the watch game.
Well, I don't think that he does, though, because he mentions the...
but Archie's always planning on getting into the back end.
Yeah, he gets good deals as Arch. Definitely.
Well, who knows what's really real when it comes to him?
Marley Marl says here in Thailand, Rolex is about 35% more than UK and US prices.
Wow. 35%.
Yeah, S Tiger, I agree. This was a Christmas present to all of us Rolex owners. Thanks, Rolex.
Yeah, but the sad thing is all of us Rolex owners want more. So if you have them, I suppose that helps. But if you have a few and want a few, you break even in the end.
No, here's also something that is interesting. I noticed that. Oh crap!
And Dama X says, "Let's be honest, UK was cheap compared to other countries before this increase."
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Is that they were trying to level the playing field.
I don't know about that.
They also upped the price on the Air King, but kept it the same on the Explorer.
It might have to do with how the pound is fairly weak right now, relatively compared to how it's been historically. But I don't know if they really want to play that game, if they really want to be in the currency, trying to keep up with currency exchange rates.
Hisham says, yeah, I want the 5196J in yellow gold. Yep. And then
nice. That's beautiful.
Well, hey, Archie might fly it to you. You just want to make sure you clean off very thoroughly first.
Howdy says he's looking to buy an 1815 this year. Ooh, nice. They sell around that They sell around the same price as the 5196. Any reason why one over the other apart from the brand? No, if you ask me personally, I'm gonna say if you have each one side by side and whichever one sings to you, that's the one to pick. Honestly, equal strength, equal weight. I'd give them equal weight. What about you guys?
Hey Bear Clooney watches. Happy New Year, Bear.
Hey,
Happy New Year, Bear.
I think he just picked up an Apollo 11. That was his last watch for 2019.
Happy New Year, Bear.
Patek is for suckers and smugglers. Paul, watch Smuggler. Suckers and smugglers. The one thing about Pateks, they're all on leather straps, so you can remove the straps and keister the case.
Or it's easy, or you can roll the straps up around the watch.
It's a lot harder to keister a Rolex full bracelet, maxi super case
That's true.
with those bezels. That would hurt. A good AD customer can buy any Rolex model they want. I don't know about this anymore.
okay.
I really don't know about this.
Okay, well, actually, I think last live stream when when Tanzil was on there, I don't know if he said it on the live stream or after the live stream, but he went to like one of the nicer ones in Canada with I think with his Patek Philippe on, and he said, "I want to buy this watch." The Daytona.
Who did?
Tanzil.
Okay.
He's half of Tang, North America's favorite biracial same-sex couple. Ving is the other half of Tang, by the way. They said they told him without a beat, get $100,000 worth of other merchandise, and we'll have you one within a week.
Right.
Really?
And then, and Victor's bought a watch like that before, and Bud did just that.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not quite. I mean, if they said that, I think they may have been joking, because I doubt that if they within a week, if they have it in their safe, then they could give it right away. Or if they don't have it in their safe, then it's not going to be
order it.
No.
And then Bear's right. It's not true that good AD customer can buy any Rolex they want. It's not quite like that. I mean, okay, some of us aren't made of money like myself, and I get one when they call me. I can't go in and use that kind of a weight financially and say I'm going to spend this and get that, because I just can't do it. So some of us are true loyalists, where we can afford one watch a year, one watch every couple of years, and they know that, and they call us and they give us those watches. And then I think there's the other customer, the other loyal customer who does have the big wad and who can go in there and spend, and he probably is higher up on the list than myself because of that financial weight. I think there's two kinds. What do you guys think? Something like that?
Well,
I agree with it.
I think everyone goes on a wait list, but I think you're right there, Rich. There's really heavy spenders who can afford to buy the big gold pieces.
It's not everywhere, Thomas, because around by me, there's no wait list.
Then they trickle off into the sports models.
Yeah, there aren't any real wait lists. There's lists.
I'm in between 4 ADs, and none of them have wait lists.
Yeah, it's like an interest, a wish list. That's all it really is.
Uh-huh.
But it's
and
not
like S Tiger
wait list.
S Tiger says, I've been a customer for more than 10 years. I have no problem getting any watch, any model he wants. That's what S Tiger says. Well, okay, I haven't had any problem getting anything I've wanted either. So, okay, for the last 6 months, I'm wanting a Pepsi, and I let them know that. So if they deliver that Pepsi in the next 6 months, sometime in 2020, in the next year, then I guess I'm getting what I want.
Exactly.
Exactly. Could I jump in with a completely obvious observation?
And it probably does depend on the AD as well. Oh, okay, yes. Go ahead, Clyvers, and then I'm going to chime in on what Grendel said. Go ahead, Clyvers.
Well, yeah, because ADs, they're all separate entities. They're run by different people in different states with different priorities and different levels of cuntiness.
Absolutely true.
Yeah,
absolutely true.
So it's over here we basically have one AD in my little corner or my little center part of the flyover state, but there are other ones on the outskirts. So it might be possible if you live in a city where there's like 2 or 3 ADs and they're actually competing against each other, they may not be pulling that crap.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I had a pretty good discussion with my Patek person at the Turno. I went in there a couple of days ago and I took those pictures for you all, and we went over the last live stream. I hassled them about my Aquanaut. I said, it's not fair that if Tone Loke walks in here and you'll give him a watch, and poor old Rich Buddy, has to wait 2.5 years and get his deposit returned. And I kind of jumped up and down, nicely, while I tried on those watches and stuff. And they told me that they said, look, Rich Buddy, you're correct in that the dealer can choose who they're going to give that watch to. In some cases, he said, not in Cherno's case, but in a mom and pop shop, they're going to have flexibility. He says, hey, there's mom and pop shops. They've got 20 jewelry stores around the country, whatever. They're all privately owned, and they can have a stock of Nautiluses, Aquanauts in their safe, or when they get their allotment, they can choose who they're going to give them to. He says, so there's also two separate types of ADs, the private and then the corporate. And I think that's another distinction to look at too.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because Tourneau is a big, huge corporation.
It's
going to be way different than a mom and pop shop.
So she told me, she said, Rich, we only get 2 Aquanauts per year allotted per store. And she said, the last couple we've delivered, the people were waiting just over a couple of years, and that's about where you're at right now. So hopefully you're coming soon.
Well,
I guess you can't ask more than that.
That's all I can ask for, I guess.
Well, so you see, if there's not waiting list, that means there has to be some there. So if they get one of these coveted pieces in, if there's no wait list, there has to be some other system to determine who's going to get the watch. Obviously, I think the decision should be based upon the volume of hair of the prospective customer.
What's interesting too is she had like the corporate iPhone in her hand, and the corporate iPhone had the wait list in it. And it's all like, she showed me, she scrolled through the bottom. She says, there's 1,000 contacts here. This is the corporate phone. She says, there's 1,000 contacts in here. These are all people. She says, most of these, not everybody, but she says, most of these people are on a waiting list. And she said, she showed me the most recent text where she offered somebody the 5711 that just came in, and the guy had to turn it away because his wife was in a car accident. She showed.
Well, like I said, I've actually seen my local AD, and they actually have wait lists, but it's under the counter. They've got a little clear plastic box. They pull it out, and there's a piece of plastic with a representation of the watch, and then behind it is a bunch of just blank envelopes for watches, and they have the contact information written. And it's from closest to the one closest to the piece of plastic with the watch on it is the first one on the list, and they're all secured with rubber bands around them, so they can just pull it up and so if they get the watch in, they just simply pull out. Any idiot can do it. They just pull up the picture of the watch that they just got in, go to the first envelope, and call phone numbers.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
Who knows how it really works?
All different.
I don't think they'd be. If they were going through that, literally, there was a lot of care and effort when I was basically. They couldn't let me look into it, individual envelopes, but they let me look at the stacks of them. And they went through. If they're just doing that to bullshit me, they went through a lot of time and trouble.
Decon says the best time to buy a new piece is when the wife is in the hospital.
I couldn't tell whether to laugh or cry.
And there's no waiting lists on Omegas, Turkey Vulture points out.
No. There's no.
By the way, can I also take advantage of something? I'd like to give a big shout out and a huge thanks to Thomas Burnett.
Oh, you're welcome, Clive.
Oh yeah, you know what? Me too, Thomas. I haven't had a chance to go pick up my mail, but I know you emailed me and said that you sent something. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
you have
you're
to do that, man.
Oh, I damn near cried.
It's my pleasure.
I damn near cried when I saw that. That was so sweet.
My pleasure, Clive.
Like, what the hell is this? I thought it was going to be filled with like odd-sized watch straps from Australia.
It's all good. And yeah, we appreciate you coming on. It's nice to enjoy you in here. You're a big part of the watch community, Thomas. So, and you too, Bruce.
Thank you.
So it's nice to have you guys. I'm surprised. I was telling some of the guys the other day. I was telling Victor and them. I'm surprised that I'm the first person that invited you guys on to speak in a forum like this. And none of the other YouTubers had invited you on yet, right? And
Well,
I don't think.
Mark had invited me on, but
Yeah,
I couldn't get
well,
on when he did.
Blueshirt's the stalwart of the community,
Okay.
isn't he?
Good,
Yeah, but
good.
You're the Iron Man of the community, Thomas. You're there every time, no matter what
And
time of
as
the
you
day
say,
or
Rich,
night
you
it
need to get
is.
more of the punters
So
on.
yeah,
Well,
more of the regular people, if they want to come on, they can always send me an email and I'll throw my email up there. We'll be very particular who comes on, but definitely some of the regulars if you're interested.
Well, I say this channel. It's almost like you go to your favorite pub or favorite restaurant or whatever, and there's like a cozy little back table where a few people can sit and just discuss something without being overheard by everybody. Also, without loud music.
And Dama X says the problem is that you suckers all want the same watches.
Hype watches.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, and that was one of Tanzil's thing. He said basically we're all just chasing the same dozen watches and killing each other for them.
So long, Hisham.
Yeah, the problem is when some of these watches are the icons. You know, when it's like the Daytona, and it's an icon with a 5711, which is an icon. You know, a lot of
they're the icons because we all want them. We're the ones. We're the ones who make them the icons.
I agree. Omega's watches are very nice. They've always been nice. Even from the 1960s, they've been very nice. Yeah, they're nice watches.
For sure.
They've always been
I'd
nice.
still love to get a birthier watch.
And it's so great it's so great that Omega had, significant innovations in the industry that kept them on top and kept them loved.
Do you know who's really set up very well for birthier watches?
What's that?
Do you know who is set up really well for birthier watches?
Huh.
Little Daytona Datejust Habib.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Got a great watch collection coming his way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Robert Padilla getting a Rolex? He's planning on getting one this year. I hope so, man. Happy New Year, Robert.
Yeah, Robert's a hell of a nice guy. Great guy.
I know he wanted an Explorer 2 for a long time. I hope he gets one.
Well,
he's a good guy.
Chris Johnson says it depends on your local market. Rolex are easier to get where I live. My root beer came from an AD. I had no purchase history. That's what Clyde was saying earlier. If you're in a small town, there's not many people, you might have an easier time getting a watch. Yeah, for sure. Why not? Yeah.
Bear Clooney's watches. Clive, what are you talking about? I don't want any of your watches. I want Victor's watches.
Yeah, but I want Bear's watches. He's got amazing watches. He's got
a cracking collection, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a great collection.
Wow.
I'd like to have a conversation. I might be willing to trade entire collections with him. Is that good?
No, Decon. Of course, they didn't give me interest on my 2-year deposit return, but I think that's part of the reason why they had to give the return back. They decided they didn't want any liabilities going forward.
Let me address something. Bear, if you don't want any of my watches, let me give you the address for you to sell. For you to send the 806-1959 to.
No, the first building is 1000. So it's like right when you turn into the gate, it's like, you go to the left and it's on the left. So
Vintage Rolex Watches has joined us saying hello, Clyde.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Third floor. It's the first entrance, like towards the gate. Third floor. First door on the right.
Hey, Victor, give us your access code while you're at it.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
What's your access code? Bear, what's his Nautilus?
Wait, was I not on mute? Damn it.
You were not on mute.
No, you're totally not on mute.
Sorry. I thought I muted that.
No worries.
What does howdy mean? I'm not understanding. Also, the standard.
Also, that there's standby bracelet.
He's talking about the Omega Seamaster, the Bond. He's talking about the Bond.
Oh yeah.
Victor, Rich, and Bear should open an AD. Hell yes, I would love to. That's like the dream job.
Yeah, you guys between your collections, you can open an AD.
Yeah,
the reason why I want it is I want all the watches that I want at wholesale.
Right.
Imagine,
There you go.
like, God, because they're paying wholesale.
Well, isn't that like telling Archie he should open a beef and reef pizzeria?
He'd eat all the profits, though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Got a business straight away. That.
Yeah, Grendel, we have we actually the last video that we did, we had probably about 120 live viewers. And whenever you see the count here, you want to add about 20 to it because there's always about 20 on Periscope. So we probably have about 100 viewers right now. But I think the last show we did, we had about 120, 130 people watching. So it was pretty nice. Hit the thumbs up, everybody.
Yeah,
this broadcast up. Thumbs up for us
like,
today.
subscribe, and all that.
So what else is going on? Oh, I'd love a platinum watch, Turkey. Oh my God, I want that platinum Patek.
Turkey, who wouldn't love a platinum watch?
Yeah, they're so expensive though.
Okay, but
they're
Rich,
ridiculously expensive.
all you have to do is just take one of your Daytonas and run over it with a tractor.
Definitely not the watch you want to wear when you're operating.
I love a platinum
heavy machinery.
Watch. Yeah, really under the radar.
Okay, now Bear Clooney says, oh, by the way, Rolex just increased their margins for themselves towards dealers. In other words, Rolex has raised the prices, but they're giving the dealers less of a percentage, is what I think is what he's trying to say.
Well, no, if they increase, because it still costs them to make. So they increase the price, and it's cost them the same amount to make, so they increase the margins.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys have been seeing the last couple times. The last couple times I've been in my local ADs, the stock that they're displaying is less now than it has been in a while.
Rich.
Yeah, that's platinum. I just had to bring that up when someone brought
it. Yeah, that's a beautiful watch.
Nice.
Well, and I think that watch, I think even if it had another name on it, it would still look. If that watch had Longines or Omega, I'd still seriously take a look at it.
Same.
There's a lot of watches.
There's
a lot of watches that look like it too. Still, actually, you're right. There are some.
Yeah, and the one Deacon's wearing, the JLC sector dials. I mean, sector dials are just a great look. I love them.
Yeah, agreed. Sector dials are nice.
I do. Mexican Clive, I put a yellow strap on a two-tone.
No, notice the icon. The icon matches exactly the sentiment.
Turkey Vulture, Swatch made a platinum watch. The Swatch Tresor Magique, probably the only platinum I could afford at the moment. Bear Clooney, they increased prices, but they also increased wholesale prices for dealers. Dealers are now getting actually less than before, even with overall increased prices.
Oh, yeah, because that means dealers are going to be even cuntier. You realize that's bad news, right?
Yeah,
What's
that's
up,
bad
Patrick?
news, all right. Hey, Patrick Chip, Happy New Year.
Well, because if they're if they cost more, but dealers are making less money, and people still want them just as much, then dealers are going to try to do whatever they can to maximize what they're getting out of those watches, including the waitlist, whales, and everything else. Buy 3 of these, and you'll get this GMT.
I agree with you, Forbin. I've never brought that up to anybody either. Did everyone know the Bond watch detail is a gun barrel? I thought the movie opening showed a camera lens, not the windings of a gun barrel. It's a camera lens. For sure, it's a camera lens. I don't think it's a gun barrel.
I always thought it was a gun barrel.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was rifling of a barrel.
Okay, I'll have to look at that again next time I watch a Bond movie.
Yeah, do you think James Bond is just going? Do you think Bond is going around shooting photographers?
No, well, I kind of thought it was like spy. No, spies taking documents with their pictures. That's part of the whole thing. You know, spies take camera shots.
Oh, it
Man.
could be, yeah. I've not really thought about it that much.
I think we both need to look at it and reassess whether it's a gun barrel or a camera lens, maybe a shutter. Anyway, I got some. I actually downloaded some James Bond movies not too long ago to watch. Dr. No, Goldfinger,
nice.
all the old favorites. I downloaded them, so I have them on my
Great.
on my hard drive. Maybe I'll watch one today.
Yeah.
Lots of people are saying a gun barrel, so okay, I'm not going to disagree. I'll disagree with you, Clyvers, but I'm not going to disagree with everybody else.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
James Bond wore a Seiko. He might have in a couple of movies. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Roger Moore had Seikos.
Yeah, but on Her Majesty's Secret Service, Bond was portrayed by George Lazenby, who's Australian. Now, did that Bond have carpet beetles?
No doubt, no doubt.
But I think I'm curtainless now, finally.
What are you saying about curtains?
Kermitless.
Oh,
Are you sad about that, Clive? Are you missing it?
how do you feel about that being Kermitless now that Thomas Burnett shows his beautiful Kermit on screen today and says he's wearing it for a special occasion?
Well, I have to console myself with my other watches. Here's the thing, though. It's a matter of personal preference. I mean, I have tried to love Submariners all I could, but when I just look at it, I just don't feel anything for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey,
Not
what's up,
feeling
Ron?
love?
Happy New Year's, Ron.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Ron.
Ron says, Clyde, that new Navy AP might be the coolest watch amongst the AC3 crowd now.
Thanks, Ron. How does that make you feel?
It is
Happy
a nice
New Year,
watch,
Ron.
Clive.
What's up, Boozer? Welcome, everybody.
Happy New Year, Ron.
Boozer, Happy New Year.
Good Boozer.
Welcome to all the
Hi,
new people
Boozer.
joining us
Yeah.
recently in the last 30 minutes, hour, 5 minutes on Periscope and YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you can. That'd be great.
Patrick Chip.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. The next James Bond movie might be his next watch might actually be his iPhone.
Or an
Right.
Apple Watch.
And he might not have a
Or
watch.
an Apple Watch.
Or an Apple Watch.
Which has a
Imagine that. James
That would
Bond
suck.
with an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
with the
That'd
death
be
laser.
awful.
Oh, no.
It's going to happen. That's going to happen.
That new Bond Seamaster is nice, but for $9,100, just that's
Does
not
anyone
worth
here
it.
have a Smurf?
Oh, I wish I did.
Yeah, I wish I did too.
Well, the thing is about the Smart. No, just kidding.
No, I don't think we do.
Well, it's a beautiful watch.
Oh, the
We
four.
do.
The my horological resolution is to actually have less watches in 2020.
Well, you did a good job.
Well, you have got
culling
quite
the
a
herd
few,
there,
haven't you, Clive?
Rancher. Yeah, I mean, you
What's
got
the
rid of
count
a
at the
lot of
moment?
your collection.
I'm sorry, Rich, could you also talk at the same time so I get the full stereo effect? I want it in quad. Okay, sorry, who was
Sorry
talking?
about that.
What's your watch count at the moment, Clive?
No freaking idea.
60?
well,
70? Are we into triple figures?
No, I think I'm down to 7.
Wow.
Seven?
All I was saying is you had done a great job of culling the herd, Rancher. You got
That
rid of
was
a
a
lot of your
zero on the
collection.
end.
No, 7 pounds.
Marley Marl. That's a tongue twister. Jeez.
Marley Marl?
Yeah, that's a freaking tongue twister. Marley Marl
Marley Marl?
says Jack Black has the Smurf. That's nice, but Jack Black is pretty much banned on every watch channel that I know of, including
Turkey
mine.
Vulture says Smurf is a dream grail. I agree.
You know,
Turkey.
actually, if you
That's
think
a
about
great
it,
watch.
if you had horns on Jack Black, wouldn't he kind of look like, you know, he almost looks like he'd be Archie's cousin, I think.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Boozer thinks the white gold Pepsi looks nicer than the steel Jubilee.
What's up, Boozer?
Yeah, the new one is with the meteorite dial is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the one Bud's got, isn't it?
Yeah, Bud has it. Yeah, and that one's a real hard one to get.
Do you still have your 321, Clyde?
Oh, yeah.
Clive, I see you're wearing the AP today. Beautiful watch.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that navy themes you've got, Clive. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
that's
watch.
a great watch.
Really
Clive.
nice.
Well,
I
here,
love how it's on
It's
the
an awesome
bracelet.
piece.
Oh, he
Really
meant
clean to read. Really clean to read with the white dial and the blue sub dials. Lovely.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
just like-
favorite overseas.
well, it's a slight cream color, but
I mean, not overseas.
offshore.
Offshore.
I really, really, really like it on the bracelet. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, the bracelet is great on it.
But here's the thing, though. Especially when this thing came out, the Navy things was kind of the ugly duckling, the unloved. It was like, well, it's like the polar. It's the Polar Explorer of the offshore.
It's funny though, isn't it?
It is. Because I think it's the best looking one.
I guess Marley Marr meant the real Jack Black, not the punter. Frank Mueller is rarely talked about. Anyone like their design? I like the design, but nobody ever wants to talk about Frank Mueller. I think some of them are okay.
Yeah, it seems to get a lot of hate. Hublot, Frank Mueller.
I like their
Yeah.
investment watches, their investment banker watches, the watches that have the dual times that say stock market on them, New York time. They have a lot of financial watches. Those are really cool.
You don't see much of Frank Muller now, do you? You used to see them quite a lot, sort of 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was very popular.
They were really popular about that 10, 15 years ago, but you don't see much of them now, you know.
No, I agree, Thomas. You really don't see them too much now anymore.
Right, but they do have the greatest, you know. I like. There's one in particular. It's got two dials on it. It has two clocks on it. One says local time, and the other one says Wall Street time. I think that's the coolest watch.
That's cool.
If I was still really active in the business, I would already have that watch.
All right.
White gold Pepsi with meteorite is a grail for Marley. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of
for
Bud's
sure.
recent acquisitions. That Bud has that watch.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
Okay, now Patrick Chip. Here, okay. Well, here's something. Okay, let's show Patrick Chip's last comment.
Listing my Seamaster 321, my Coke and Blue Pelagos today. Happy 2020.
Wow, getting out of it.
And guys, let me also say, I actually have a picture of his, I think, of his Coke, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful, cracking example of a pre-ceramic.
Are you going one watch then, Patrick?
I'm not sure why he would get rid of that beautiful Coke then.
Right.
And his 321.
Seamaster.
Right.
Is he consolidating or is he looking for something else new?
I think it's all day. As he put it, it's just like he loves the Explorer too. Okay,
Yeah, well,
Rich Buddy,
it's a good watch if he's got that.
if I send you a picture via text, can you put it up?
Via text. No, it has to come via email. Sorry. But you have
Alright,
such
guys,
a
I gotta
great.
run 'cause I got
Okay,
Rich,
blue
go
shirt.
ahead.
No, or a
I
nice
gotta
blue shirt.
roll in.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Bye
All
bye.
right.
You're welcome.
Later, bud. But you have a great camera that autofocuses. You could just throw up your phone and show it to us, maybe, or something like that.
So.
So you're finding that the Explorer 2 is sufficient then, Patrick?
Oh
Is that
yeah.
an original? Is that all original on the Coke?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
Good.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Very nice.
Wrangler. I think it goes Wrangler of the Year. I believe goes to Bud Boozer with that new AP purchase.
And
Yeah, that new AP.
and the
Wow.
GMT and the GMT Rolex Meteorite.
Right.
Both of those.
That AP that Bud got. Wow.
Well, do you have to keep a watch for Wrangler status or not? I'm trying to figure that out.
Gosh, he still has those two.
Oh, I thought he got rid of the Pepsi Meteorite.
No.
He bought
He has the Rose Gold Sky Dweller. I think that one he wants to put up.
and then the Aquanaut. Okay.
But he bought that white gold blue dial Daytona right away and sold it right away. That's the one you're thinking. He bought a Daytona and he had it for a week or two and he flipped it.
Well, now here's the thing though. Here's the thing about Patrick Chip though, and you guys saw the picture. And one of the things I say is oftentimes for everything you gain, there's something you lose. He loves that Explorer 42, the big polar.
Patrick?
Yes,
Right.
it's a great watch. But what he found is that he started wearing the Coke less and less and less.
Yeah.
Oh, and he also has a polar Milgauss as well.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if he's got the Milgauss too, I mean that's two nice watches, isn't it? Both white dials.
Well, does it make sense that if he's lost that loving feeling, shouldn't he maybe go along back channels and get his money back? Find a good home for it.
Plus, the Explorer 2 is a larger watch, isn't it? It's
42 millimeters.
So it's easy, more legible and easier to read. Find, does he?
Just because the dial alone, you could read the time on that. Yeah, and he said he never wore the Coke.
So there you go. You know after a while, and it's fine if you know, you know.
By which point, are you a collector or are you simply a watch hoarder? And the thing is, the thing is, I was talking about this because that picture is on my wrist when I was looking at the two, and the analytical part of your mind says that the Coke is an icon. The Coke is what everyone really wants.
Uh-huh.
That that everyone. We said, if you said you're selling that, everyone would be screaming, and basically banging on their keyboards like enraged chimpanzees or Hondanes. But when you look at it, when you look side by side with the Polar, it's just like, I like this sounds insane, but I like the Polar better.
So can I tell you guys what happened to me this morning? So
Go on, Victor.
I met up with some friends at 8:30. I don't know what crazy people thought of 8:30 in the morning on New Year's Day, but we met at a coffee shop and we brought a few watches and hung out. So we're sitting there, for a few hours in the morning and we have all of our watches out. And this young girl comes up to us and she goes, "Can I ask what you guys are doing?" And we just said, "Yeah, like we're watch collectors, just hanging out, talking watches." And she goes, "My dad is a huge collector." And then she goes on to say, like, he was on Hodinkee and stuff. And I was like, and we were like, whoa, we want to get more info. Apparently, her dad is the guy. I don't know if you guys watched the video. The Hewer, the not the Tag Hewer, but the old Hewer. He's like the preeminent the Hewer collector. And he did a Talking Watches with Ben Clymer. Like he is like, like they go to him for brand, like the brand goes to him for vintage, about their vintage watches. So
yeah,
I know wwho you're talking about.
Yeah, his name's Jeff Stein. And his daughter came up to us. She's just a young girl, like college student. And
wow.
She started calling her dad, and I told her dad about my watch club.
So wow, how cool.
Watch club. Yeah.
You suck.
It was
that's
cool.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, and she was all excited to call her dad, and her dad was all excited that there's other watch people in Atlanta. So, and I was like, "Oh, you guys live here?" And I didn't know they lived in Atlanta. And he's a lawyer too, so that was pretty cool.
Blimey.
Meet him, and and I thought that was really cool.
That is.
They're in Atlanta too.
Whoa! Now look at this comment by Bear Cleaning Watches.
As a matter of fact, this watch on the screen right here, I literally bought it after I watched that Talking Watches on Houdinki with that guy. I bought it because of that video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I bought this because of that.
Yeah, I asked her. I go, "Whoa, is your dad the guy with like hundreds of them?" She goes, "Yeah." And then I pulled up the video, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then we started talking, and
that video totally inspired me to buy this this vintage pocket stopwatch here. That was so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll get to bring him into the group, and he's really into watches, so we'll see how it goes.
That's neat. That's very neat.
That'd be great if you could meet up.
Now, Ray Pugh is saying, "I wouldn't sell the Coke yet. I think those jump up in price greatly once the new Coke is released by Rolex."
Do you think a Coke's coming this year?
No, I absolutely do not think so. It might be because they have been tinkering with GMTs. It's going to have to be the Submariner.
What can they do to the sub?
Gee, what could they do to the GMTs?
No, I'm not saying. I agree with you. They won't do anything to the GMTs. I mean, the Coke will come down the road, but
what they'll do is they'll put
a new movement for the sub.
Definitely. Yeah, new movement. But what else could they do to the case or to the looks?
2 words: lug
they
diet.
Could slim down the lugs.
Lug diet. Every modern Rolex is getting a lug diet. They're easing away from the.
Does everybody sound like they're drowning, or is it just me hearing everybody sounding like they're drowning?
I hear everyone fine.
Really? You guys in the chat have an audio problem, or does it sound all okay? To me, it sounds like everybody's drowning. Okay? Thomas sounds okay.
I hear Thomas okay. I hear Clive okay.
Okay, you know what? Thomas sounds the best, actually.
But here's my point about Rolex releases. I almost don't care what they're going to do next year in almost May of 2020, because the way things are set up right now, I could see Bear Clooney, I could see Victor carrying, I could see Gark Moldberg carrying, but unless you've got an AD writing love letters to you, good luck for the rest of us mere mortals getting your hands on them.
Hey, I don't have that good of a chance. I'm going to try really hard, but,
Oh, bro, please. You got a Daytona from the AD.
Yeah, but that means that they're going to slow down. I mean, the way it works is once they give you something good, they just can't. They want to give it a little while before you get your next good one.
That's like the Queen of England giving you the crown jewels and saying, well, I don't know what I'm going to get from her next year. You've already got the crown jewels.
Hi, Pete.
What more do you want, Victor? What more do you want from Rolex?
No. I'm saying that whatever comes out at Basel, if it's good, depends. Like, let's say it's like if it's let's say if it's an Explorer 2 with a ceramic bezel with the white dial, I would love that. But that's just an example. Or people are saying that this year is going to be big. They're going to do something really interesting. If it's in steel and if it's affordable. Of course, everyone's going to want it. I mean, I'm going to try like everyone else, but I'm going to try, but I don't know if it'll happen. I doubt it will.
Do you think that's a really justifiable sort of move for Rolex to put a ceramic bezel on a Explorer 2?
I think it's inevitable, but a lot of people seem to disagree.
They won't have another steel watch if they do that. There won't be another steel. What are they going to do?
I don't think it matches. I don't think it's really in the sort of DNA of the watch, to be honest with you.
Right, like pitting a Cyclops on a Sea Dweller would be completely against the history of the brand, and the oh wait.
Well, they
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they moved to. Well, I mean, my opinion is the ceramic bezel has been coming down, from all the other watches. It started in the
night, Marley.
and all that. It's got to hit the two-tone Daytona at some point, or the precious metal Daytonas. But also, it's I don't know. I think it's a development. It's not I don't know. We'll see. I can't. Maybe not.
That would be neat if they do what Boozer says. Tudor should release classic case sizes because Rolex is unlikely to take a step backwards. I liked some of the old school vintage looking Rolex watches. It'd be nice if they used the Tudor brand to get back into some of that.
Now, if I could see Tudor doing another GMT and Coke, yes. Rolex, no.
Oh yeah, Tudor definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point, Clive. Yeah.
But did Tudor ever have a Coke?
Well, have you guys ever heard of the Rolex Pan Am GMT?
Isn't the whole? No.
That's a Pepsi, isn't it?
No, there's a specialized one that they did with a white dial.
Oh wow.
Oh, right.
Now, what if Rolex released one? Well, and they're totally not going to do this year. There is the chances of Rolex doing this year are about equal to, I don't know, Archie finding a job and putting out quality content at the same time. But could you imagine what would happen if they released if Rolex released a white dial Pan Am GMT?
Yeah, that'd be a limited piece, I'm sure, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And that is according to the history. That is the history of that also fits with the history of the brand as well. I'd say Tudor could do it, but they'd fuck it up with those goddamn snowflake hands.
Yeah, those snowflake hands, right?
Well, now
that'd be
Hattie from Texas is saying GMT will be hit if they make the Explorer 2 in ceramic as well. Okay. I'm sure there right now the wait list for the GMTs are so that way they would pit people. Some of the GMT people would be diverted to the Explorer 2. That wouldn't hurt Rolex. That would help Rolex.
The demand is such that they would just get rid of all the watches. Yeah.
What I'd like to see Tudor get off its ass, up its game, and do more watches like the 58. Get rid of the snowflake hands. They can even do like the Tudor. I want to see a Tudor.
Yeah, Tudor Submariner. That would be great.
Yep. But they are so terrified that someone might think 30 feet away it's a Rolex that they won't do it.
Whoa, Nick J made a good comment. In Canada, the Explorer 2 had a $500 price increase on the polar dial, but stayed the same price for the black dial. That's weird. That might be.
I'm gonna go look at that. Well, no, actually, I looked this morning on ours, but
it might be the same here, and that might be some indication of what they plan on doing for Baselworld.
That's interesting, isn't it?
I'm gonna take a look.
Just an increase on the polar.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at if it's.
I looked this morning, but I will look again just to make sure.
Hey, what's up, Smoke Eater? Hope your back's feeling better. Smoke Eater wants to see a sub with the red line and new movement. Oh man, what about a green Submariner with a new movement with a red line?
People would go crazy just for those red letters. They're willing to.
Oh yeah,
on a green Submariner.
What about Antique Finder? Do you think he's right in saying the PO1 is the new Tudor sub?
I don't think so.
No, I think they're just seeing through the 60s prototype, really, weren't they? They're just bringing that to life.
Okay, I'm on the Tudor. The Rolex website now. The Explorer 6550, same as before.
No, we're talking about Explorer 2.
Well, yeah, just give me a sec. This is called comprehensive reporting.
John D says the Black Dial Explorer 2 is
The-
way better
Oh,
than the
it's in the
Polar.
United
I hate
States,
those
it's
cartoon
insane.
hands.
The black dial is 8350.
And so is the white dial.
And so is the white dial. But the Air King got a price increase, which what? Wonder what the Milgauss. Cosmograph, Submariner. Boy, you have to start going really, really far over to the. Okay, Air King. I just hate it to where you just look at the price of the watch. You have to go through like 25 pages of marketing bullocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 6450. So it went at $250 from 6200.
Which one?
Air King.
Yeah.
Dan Radley's adamant that they're replacing the Black Dial Explorer 2 with a ceramic one.
Black Dial Explorer 2. Mark my word, they just continued the Black GM2. And they keep talking about the Explorer's mentality at Rolex vendor meetings. Okay. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder what the Red Sea Dollar is going for. Sorry, let me.
I saw a comment here earlier from Ron. He said he bought a watch. Where's that?
Didn't
comment?
he get the IWC Big Pilot? Was
Yes.
that right?
Yeah.
Ron.
Has that arrived now, Ron?
Ron, I think you need to get your head examined.
That's a nice watch. I like that.
Yeah, but how much did he spend?
Ron, yeah, what did you buy, Ron? You said you pulled the trigger on something. I saw it.
IWC Mark whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure you got a discount.
5002 Big Pilot, IWC Big Pilot.
Ooh, the gold
$3.
Clyvers increased around $5,000. So if Bud's selling his, he just made an extra $5K. Wow.
The what is what?
S. Tiger says he heard this gold Skydweller increased around 5,000K.
Ron said he got an IWC 5002.
Sous vide is honestly, I take my watch off. Care to be more specific? You totally know where my mind is going, and I'm ashamed to admit that.
Yeah, Howdy from Texas saying that even if Omega increased their prices, no one would notice since no one buys that list.
Okay, I was okay. I was not okay. I guessed correctly in that case. Sorry, what were you saying? With Smoke Eater just checked. Polar and Black Explorer 2s are both 9,800. Yeah, they're the same price here. But oddly enough, the Air King is the only one that went up. I was going to say about the Milgauss. Damn, I knew I forgot something. But I kind of, in a way, that kind of makes sense, though. I think raising the prices on the ones that with stupid waiting lists, I can't really say I disagree with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Patek did it with the Nautilus by 25%, and it didn't change a thing, just gave him more money in the pocket. The demand did not go down at all.
Okay.
Do you think the Milgauss is on its way out next year?
Well, to me, it almost kind of doesn't make sense for them to have it along with the no, it's same price, $8,300. To me, it doesn't make any price to have the Milgauss and the Air King. There's just so much overlap.
The Air King and the Milgauss?
Yeah. So okay, so $8,300, Explorer 2 or Milgauss, roughly the same money.
Well, the Milgauss is, it's got that expensive crystal, that colored crystal as an option.
Glass per day.
And I don't know. They'd have to increase the mill. It would have to be more than, because Omega is 15 times, the basic Omega is 15 times more anti-magnetic.
Omega is way more Gaussy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, more than a Milgauss.
And if you guys are on Periscope, we can see your comments too. So if you type in your chat box, it'll come up and we'll respond to your questions or comments just the same. So don't be afraid to join. How much longer do you guys want to go? We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. Should we go put a cutoff time? 7 more minutes or go longer? Or
Let's make it.
Up to you, Rich.
Your show, Rich.
okay. Let's go about another 10, 15 minutes. All right, guys.
All right.
And then
Yeah,
we'll let
sure.
everybody get about their New Year's Day and get along with their families or whatever they have to be doing, perhaps, or not. But all right.
They'll just find another channel to go to, another watch.
Well, I know. There's been complaints about the channel about our streams going too long, and I just don't want to.
How can there be a complaint that it goes too long? Like, they don't have to. I mean,
I've seen it.
I think people like the long ones.
yeah, you don't have to like if it's too long.
Yeah,
Nobody's
yeah.
like, if you miss content, you're not like
I gotcha.
able.
Well, let's go. We'll go a little longer. We'll go a little longer. Let's finish up with a couple of good topics or something. Anyway.
Okay.
And if anyone's got some back problems, I use an inversion table. I'll give a lot of credit to an inversion table. I used one of those for the last couple of days, and it kind of saved my ass. I know there's a few people in here who've been hitting me up, like Mousy Pluta and Smoke Eater. So use a inversion table.
Has anyone in the chat got any predictions for 2020?
Yes. Well, sorry, you said in the chat.
I know my prediction's always been out there.
Clive. Yeah.
Yes, Rolex will release some new models. They might call one or two, and no one except Victor, Hisham, Bear Clooney, or Gark Moldberg will be able to get them. Thank you.
My prediction stands. It's been this.
Hey, Rich is gonna get one. Rich and Bud they both have Daytonas also.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I got one prediction only, just that there's going to be a Hulk Submariner, no date with the new movement. That's mine. But Bud
That'd be really nice.
And Bud's prediction that he's had on his books for a while is a Daytona released on the newest Jubilee bracelet.
And
that'd be interesting as well.
Two-tone Daytona with a ceramic bezel. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be
now
for sure.
I don't know, but here's the question: if Bear is right, in other words, they're raising prices, but the dealers are being paid less as before. Are they is Rolex just setting the stage or encouraging more hijinks or shenanigans or dealer country?
Well, who says that they don't like what the dealers are doing?
That would be kind of cool, Grendel. A meteorite dial Air King.
That would make it expensive, though. And Air King's try to be accessible with that.
That would be nice. It'd change the look of the Air King. I'm not a fan of the Air King with the green numerals at the moment.
Yeah, but they just can't make unlimited meteorite dials. It's not like they just fall out of the sky, guys.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry, guys. We've been talking pretty much all Rolex in this show. I'm not sure why that happened. But you know what? We haven't been giving any love to Rolex for a long time. If you go back and look, we've been talking Breitling. We've been talking Omega. We've been talking AP. We've been talking FP Journe. We really haven't been giving Rolex much love. So, and then Jason says, I'd like to see Omega come out with a slimmer Planet Ocean.
Yeah, that is one thing about Omega. I mean, their coaxial movements are great. I think they're probably the equal of Rolex's current movements, frankly, but they're just so darn thick.
And G wants to see a steel Smurf.
Now, How much does anyone think that Swatch cutting back on ETA parts to the rest of the market is going to hurt? Is that going to change like the mid or the lower tiered watch market?
Well, it has to have an effect, and a lot of watch brands have to consider their longevity and whether or not they need to create an in-house movement.
Or are they just going to go up to knocking on the door at the Salida factory?
Or that, right?
Yeah.
But it could inspire, it could motivate design. You never know. Never know. I'm not an expert in that field whatsoever. I'm just a watch enthusiast and a collector, sharing my views from that aspect.
Let's pull up Zenith. Have we looked at Zenith?
Oh yeah, I don't want to pull up get into a whole nother brand though right now, but we can talk a little bit about it if you want. Zenith, the Defy, I love it.
Yeah, the Defy Lab edition they brought out this year with the skeletonized.
And now is it Zenith or I think in Europe and in England, it's Zenith, but I think in America we should be calling it Zenith because it was taken over by the Zenith Radio Corporation at one point, and I think that's how it got its name. And it's called Zenith. We had Zenith TVs. I sold those TVs for years. Zenith TVs. We had the Zenith video channel. Nobody in all my years growing up, we never termed it Zenith. I don't know where that came from out of nowhere. When I was quite surprised when I started hearing everybody calling it that.
Well, okay.
But
I have, okay. There for a while, like a year or two ago, I guess 2 years ago, I was sitting at my desk trying to get some work done between court hearings, and Duty Robson was getting chuckles. He's like a kind of with Audemars Piguet, he's kind of like a big deal in Europe. And so he was FaceTiming me since we both have iPhones, from SIHH. And I was told the brand was pronounced Zenith by some executive vice president at Zenith.
Okay. Then I'll go with that. I'm fair to go either way. And
okay.
That's why I'm asking.
Now, Andrew, is it pronounced Zenith or Zenith?
What's that?
Andrew. Oh, sorry, Thomas.
Zenith, I say.
Yeah, exactly. And he's English, as we know. Those fuckers are way more cultured than we are.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of their Elite range. I really like their Elite dress watches. They're really nice.
Yeah, Bill Sanders actually is a fan of those too. I think Zenith for a long time, the guy in charge was just interim president. I think that it's officially named as, okay, you're going to stay in the position. I think that kind of didn't decapitate them for a few years, but I think it kind of slowed down what he could effectively do with the company.
Do you think that the pronunciation really is Zenith and they just wanted to make it Zenith in order to differentiate themselves from the other branding?
They would have changed the name, right?
Maybe.
It's all potatoes and potatoes, and it's tomatoes and tomatoes.
I know. I'm just trying to beat it up a little bit.
Gotcha.
I love those Zenith watches, the dress watches. They have some really nice steel dress watches. They really do.
Yeah.
I almost bought a Zenith Elite. I almost bought a Zenith Elite steel as my dress watch, honestly, before I bought my Patek.
Well, here's actually one of the things about Zenith. There for a while, a couple years back, also they introduced the new Defy, which is basically their three-hander, more or less a Datejust. They had a blue dial, which I remember being quite smitten with. But one of the things about Zenith is you can own a Zenith for like 100 years. And like Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet, they'll continue to make parts for them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Rolex, on the other hand, once they're done, they're done. It's like, nope. Suck a big horn.
Yeah.
if you don't like it.
Right.
Is that right with Rolex, Clive? Will they not make new parts for old watches?
Well, let me put it this way. With my 1530, I've got the last service dial. I was told literally this is the last one. They didn't follow it up with, "Oh, don't worry, we'll totally make more." No, they did not.
Right.
I just noticed your avatar. I didn't notice the Shrek there until right now, literally.
Also, the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah, right.
Hey, no.
Yeah, and
Bear
Clooney brings up the El Primero tribute to 1969. I think it's the A384. That's a beauty. That's
as long as it doesn't have the open heart.
No, it's a Panda dial.
Yeah, with the 3
tribute.
colors.
Yeah.
Okay, Martin Sloan's asking me, how's the yellow MR2 doing? Well, Martin, right now, to commemorate just in the flyover states in the South, I had my traditional New Year's dinner of black-eyed peas and cabbage. So I'm going to be driving the MR2 pretty exclusively for the next couple of days with the top down.
Is there going to be a stench coming from the MR2?
Not if I drive fast enough.
You know, it's a nice sunny day here today. I'm going to have to start up the Porsche before the battery dies on me, I think. I haven't started up in a while.
Hi, Eric C-Pop. Finally made it.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
Hey, Eric.
You're coming when we're probably going to end up ending the show here shortly. So I think I'm kind of a little getting a little beat up my back. I don't think I can take much more. So if we want to wrap it up here in a few minutes, that'd be great, guys.
Yeah.
Just jump on the inversion table and hold the laptop up with you on your lap. As you're
Yeah, I've thought about that.
So they help that much, huh?
Yeah, it does. It does. There's a couple of reasons why I stayed away from it for a while, but then I just said, hell, I'm gonna go for it, and it was a good thing I tried it. I kind of was desperate, and it helped. So, well, I don't know what's gonna happen in 2020. I'm hoping that one AD is gonna call me, that I'll get a call for the Rolex Pepsi and or for the Aquanaut.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So
Wow.
that's the only thing I got going on in 2020. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on anything else other than if one of those two ADs calls me. Thanks, Dom. I appreciate it.
You got a bit more to wait for the Chronometra Bleu, have you, Rich?
Oh, that's kind of a non-existent waitlist fantasy. Right. Yeah. 5-6 years from now, I mean, sure, you know. That's a great investment, you know, if it comes through.
It's a dream watch, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't even have to put a deposit on it. So, hey, it's a no-brainer if it comes through. So yeah.
How long do you spend on the inversion table?
You know, the great thing about it is that you literally just need to go on it for about 3-4 minutes. That's all. Yeah, that's all. It's enough just to pull a little bit on your spine with gravity and your body weight, some decompression, and it did the trick. It did the trick for me this time. Yeah.
Now, I'm asking for a friend. Does it affect horn growth?
Oh, I would imagine it does because the blood rushes to your head.
Nice. Well, then okay, guys, let's pitch in and buy Archie an inversion table.
Yeah, but really, if you have a sciatic nerve problem, it's probably the best thing you can probably do is try using an inversion table. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're watch talked out. What do you guys think? Let's be so we don't go into any
Yeah,
new
it's been a
subject.
great one.
This was a good show. I really appreciate you guys all coming on.
Good start to the new year.
Yeah, right.
Buddy.
It's a new year. It's nice.
2020. I remember when I was young, 2020 was the future. It was like,
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
It's suggesting that I'm old. Like it's saying like 2020 people are be flying cars, and it's really not that.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, when I was a little kid, I played with those 2020 Space Odyssey toys.
Right.
We already brought up the flying cars before your millennial ass got on here. So
The 2020 Space Odyssey, and then also isn't what's that movie? That movie that
movie with the guy who does the thing.
the freaking
Yeah, like in
futuristic
movies,
movie.
when it's showing the future, it says
Yeah, it's all based on the year 2020. The one with Hal, the
Right.
computer Hal. Isn't that
Oh,
all?
no,
Space
that's
Odyssey.
2001. That's
Oh shit, that was
2001.
19 years ago. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That was an old one. Oh shit, they were really behind on that one.
Yeah.
Da, da, da,
They were really behind on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dun.
Okay. Well, the 2020 Space Odyssey, those toys were pretty in line with what they got going on right now, space stations and things. Okay. All right, guys. I really appreciate everybody in the chat joining. I love
Yeah, thanks
to
to,
make
all
it
the chat for
interactive.
joining us and
Thanks.
everyone on Periscope.
Happy.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you, everybody on Periscope. Thomas, Victor, Clyde, Blueshirt Buddha, and everybody who
Happy
couldn't
New
join that
Year,
usually
everyone.
joins. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. And all right, I'm going to let you guys go.
all right.
All right. If
Take
you guys want to
care.
hang out backstage a minute and we all say goodbye to each other, that would be fine as well. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Let me
sure.
figure this out and we'll do this. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.